Hello there. Good evening. Come on in. That didn't come out right. Blech. Come on in, friends. Hey, hey, happy Friday. Come on in. Welcome to the February 7th Friday night chat. Hi, Pam. Thank you so much. I just want to make sure I have my iPad here because I had asked that you send in some fitness questions. I want to make sure we get to those at the halfway point. I also have some topics set up for the agenda. Excuse his very harsh contour. I was trying out the Scott Barnes today. That came in yesterday. I filmed with it today, and now that's on standby. I gotta edit that video. But when you see that, it's not because it was a bad powder that I used. I was just layering a lot because I wanted to see as many things as action as possible. But that's what happens when you go crazy and you experiment. How are we doing, friends? Hello, yes, Leslie, you made it, indeed. I love. Hello? Oh, Mama's not even signed in. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's sign in quickly. Yes, Google. Just get me in here. All right, before I do that, I wanted to quickly go over tonight's agenda, friends. Today, as I had mentioned in my community board, 1 a.m. in Germany, girl, Samantha, I thank you for being here. Hello. We're talking about Devacurl. Woo! I wasn't really, when some of you were asking me if I was still using Devacurl in my previous videos, I was like, I wonder why they're asking that. But then I realized, I saw that thumbnail about Aisha writing the words tonight. I'm so sorry, friends. Filming a video about why she stopped using Devacurl. I saw the video. And yeah, we're going to talk about that. We took out Pat's concealer. It is confirmed. Dropping on the 21st of this month. Giving you a Natasha Denona Love Palette update as I've been using it ever since that review I did last Friday. Talking about Refer, they finally started their partner program and I am a partner with them. So I wanted to share some of that info with you. What else? Nao. One of you have recommended her as an artist that I need to hear. And boy, oh boy, I have not been stopping. She's been on repeat. And what else? I think that's it. And then I have your fitness questions that I'm trying to now go in and see. So I make sure that I have everything. Oh, verification codes. Man, giving me problems already. I'll just go to my laptop and look at the oh no, I could, you know what, friends, hold on, hang tight, ooh, of course, anyway, I'll get that later. Okay. Devacurl. Woof. Well, here's my history of Devacurl. I am an affiliate with them. I was watching a lot of videos in regard to their products, how people were losing their hair, how people felt that their hair has changed negatively, right? Hello, Z Life Happy. Hello there. And it was it was concerning, right? Because of the fact that Devacurl is a multi-million-dollar company, hailed themselves to be the curl connoisseurs, the know-all for curls everything. And for those with textures like myself, looser, tighter, always on the search for the best product on the market, right? And when Devacurl came onto the market, it was a new mainstream concept, right? I'm not sure if cleansing conditioners were happening before then. I wasn't sure if people were already doing that before Devacurl came onto the scene, but it was very exciting because everyone was like, oh, that's why our hair is dry and not defined. It's because we're using sulfates. And that's the reason why we have to use cleansing conditioners. And that just blew up, and everyone was like, zero sulfates, zero silicones. Those are the ingredients that are making our hair frizzy and not curly and beautiful. We want to wear our hair curly and defined. We want to straighten it anymore. So that started, right? And then, of course, I believe their main products were the no poo, right? The whole concept behind no poo was just that, not a shampoo, okay? What's up, Glitchy Glam? And because of that, everyone just jumped on the bandwagon right away. They were like, no poo, no poo. They did have a low poo, which was like a low sudsing formula, but not nearly effective enough to actually clean the hair. But we'll get into that in a minute. And with that said, they had their conditioner, and then they had their gel, which never really worked with my hair type to begin with. The type of gel was the type that you scrunched in, and I don't have hair that will benefit from scrunching product in. I have hair that needs to be raked through with the product, you know what I mean? So that's why I never really used their gel. So I recently used their super cream Rosa Italy, and I use their super stretch cream. I actually have those products listed in several of my videos as the what do I use in my hair. And I never noticed a substantial amount of hair loss, but I wasn't using Devacurl exclusively. I was always mixing and matching, right? I maybe have used a few times Devacurl from pooing to styling, but I always integrated other products, right? I always integrated. And I guess that's why maybe I haven't experienced detrimental negative changes in my hair like a lot of people have, because I think they were using Devacurl exclusively. And Dr. Dre dropped a video today about Devacurl, and she made a lot of great points about the fact, wise, Devacurl products don't have effective surfactants, right? And if you don't wash your hair effectively, there is a yeast that I forgot what it's called that will grow on your hair and could possibly lead to hair loss. And the ingredients in the no poos, and not only Devacurl, I think a lot of these curly hairlines were coming out with cleansing conditioners and all that stuff, don't clean their hair effectively, friends. I've been using Tresemme, okay? $5 Tresemme, yes, you guessed it, with the sodium lauryl sulfates. I did try Strand's hair today. I'm gonna film with them, not the company, with their products. And it's suds, right? I like that. I like suds in my shampoo because it gets rid of product residue. That rhymed. I need to get it off my hair. And I do notice a difference when my hair is clean and when I apply new products on it, it doesn't feel heavy, right? Yes, Leslie, I have the Uncle Funky's daughter on the super curl with the curly magic on top. Absolutely love it. I don't know about that. Let's see. I respect Dr. Dre, but I don't agree with her on this one. If sulfates were needed to properly clean the scalp, Lorraine Massey would have been bald years ago. But maybe Lorraine just had a special case. Maybe Lorraine benefited from that, and not everyone can. You know what I mean? So you're right in saying that what Dr. Dre is saying might not apply to everyone, but then I could also say what Lorraine went through. But also, I'm happy you brought that up, because they say that the Devacurl formula changed. So whatever Lorraine concoctioned up, stirred up, I don't think exists. I don't think exists anymore. And I could say that when I use the original no poo, before they came out with the 3 different categories, right? They have the wavy, the curly, and the super curly. I used the no poo and it smelled like relaxer. And I was like, I've never smelled it like this. And I do believe, I don't know what ingredients specifically changed, but there has been a change. And maybe whatever surfactant, whatever they're using is not cleaning the hair properly, and it's just not allowing whatever yeast or what to leave the scalp. So, uh-oh, that's no good. Someone's saying their hair was falling out after using Devacurl. I tried Briogeo. I tried their cleansing conditioner. It's okay. I liked it then, but my holy grail is the Jane Carter Solution Nutrient Replenishing or Replenishing Conditioner. That stuff has slip. And for those who are saying Devacurl made their hair fall out, it's crazy. It is crazy. Okay, I love Devacurl. Have never had any problems. I'm a type 4 corally, and Devacurl is a huge part of my routine, but I do use actually shampoos. That's actually with me too, D. I stopped using the no poos for a while because I did feel that my hair wasn't really getting clean. It was nice and moisturized and detangled, but I felt like I wasn't actually cleaning the product residue off of my hair shaft. So I think we were in luck in just using the stylers. Now, many have said that whether it's the styler or the poo or the conditioner, that is still a problem. You know, I really can't attest to that. I was okay with the super cream and the super stretch. I didn't experience anything crazy. Right now, I do not have a video with all, well, the most recent one was the one I did last year for best products of 2018, but I'll be sure to link my favorites down below in this video. I think people who are making these videos revealing their truth about Devacurl are the individuals that, you know, were being paid by them and were telling everyone to use their products. So I think they felt really guilty in promoting a product that was really not the best for all, and was, I mean, the before and afters, the testimonials have been crazy. Well, everything's a chemical. So perhaps specific chemicals that are deemed toxic, but I'm not too worried about that either. I'm not into like the EWG. Let's not get into that. I'm not going to get into that. As a whole other video. Okay, friends? A whole other video. Hello, Maritza. Thank you for dropping by. So I wanted to touch on that quickly. If you see Devacurl linked in my videos, it's not because I'm promoting them per se. And you know what? I'm not even going to post my affiliate links with the products anymore because it just doesn't feel right at this time. I don't want to add to the triggering atmosphere I feel is very much present surrounding Devacurl. So, oh, I do follow Michelle Lammuffin. I do. She is my homie in my head. She is bae to me. And with that said, friends, I'm going to finish my Devacurl products because I don't want to waste them. And I don't like wasting products. It's the same thing with my Drunk Elephant. I'm using my Drunk Elephant up, and after that, I'm just not going to buy them again. But I want to use them up before they go bad. So that is the plan with Devacurl. And what is this? Hold on. I'm moderating myself, so if I awkwardly pause, excuse me. With that said, I'm going to finish Devacurl. I have not experienced any hair loss. And again, I will list the products that I use so you know what I'm using, but I'm not going to post the affiliate link with that if that's okay. People are suggesting their favorite products in the comments. Friends, if you are here on this live, make sure you check out the live chat so you could pick up possible products that might work out for you. All right, Devacurl. Next, Pat's concealers. They're coming, and I'm buying them. I'm buying them. I don't care. People are still mad about Pat. I don't care about the Pat outrage. You can feel how you want. You could share your story. You could tell me how customer service was this, and I'm not dismissing that. I'm not dismissing that. It's unfortunate that many of you had really negative experiences with Pat's customer service. I feel that's more due to her customer service and not because of her personally. She did try her best to share the link and about everyone getting the Star Wars Decadence palette, and eventually became available again on Selfridges, that I was late to share, but there was a part of me that didn't even want to share because I feel people were going to be mad about it, but I just share the link anyway, just in case if anyone wanted to buy it still. And yeah, I am definitely grabbing Pat's concealer because I'm wondering if it's going to be similar to the Power Fabric, since she had a hand in formulating Giorgio's Luminous Silk. So we shall see. We'll do a comparison. I feel it's going to be a thin consistency, much like the Power Fabric, because she loves skin-like finishes and textures, because she works on models, friends. She works on models all the time. That's her aesthetic. That's her angle. That's her perspective. So when people are like, it's not enough coverage, it's because she's dealing with skin that's already pretty flawless. So that's where she, you know, her inspiration comes from, and that's what she knows, and that's what she works with daily. I am still enjoying the Dior concealer. I have it on now with a couple of other things I wrote down. I'll make sure to put it down on the video. What's up, brata? I did not try the Dose of Colors concealer simply because I just couldn't even begin to figure out my shade online, so I did not bother. I did try one of the glosses. Glitchy Glam, you will be so proud of me. So proud of me. I went into Sephora yesterday. I saw that they had 5 out of the 10 shades total. I picked up 4, but I put back 3 and just bought 1. I bought Dreamscape. I actually rather like it. I like it. The reason why I didn't want to buy 4, friends, because, well, number 1, that's ridiculous. Number 2, I don't wear those finishes often for lip gloss. Number 3, I felt Dreamscape was the one out of the 5 that they had was the easiest to integrate into a daily routine, makeup routine. I feel will fit well, shade and sparkle wise. So I thought $30 is still a lot, but $30 was going to be a lot better than $120 without the tax. So I'm really happy. I put them in my basket and I was like, Alicia, reassess. Reassess. It's okay that you want to buy 4 glosses. It's okay. But you don't need all 4. Pick one that really stood out to you. And that you're gonna wear every day because it's easily can be worn with any eye look you choose to do that day. And it was Dreamscape. So I'm so silly. Did I even bring it? No, I don't think I even have it with me. I was going to bring it for this chat. It's like not even here. So that's what I did, friends. I'm really proud of myself. And I bought just another Goof brow pencil because guess what? I was running low. So that purchase was simply just to replenish what I was running low on. Very, very happy. So that is that. So again, to just repeat, happy to look into Pat's concealer. I might buy 3 shades. I can't promise that I'll just buy 1. But I wanna choose 1 for highlight, 1 for all over my face, and 1 to contour with. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm gonna do. Her brush actually looks intriguing in terms of the design. I wasn't really seduced by her powder and foundation brush that came in with the foundation launch, but that concealer brush is interesting. And then I'm going to get the pressed powder because it looks nice. It looks all soft, focused, and radiant. I cannot justify another concealer purchase either, Anna. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but you know what? It's Pat, so I gotta I gotta dive in. Listen, I will just use concealer instead of my foundation for a couple of weeks just to get through it. Hey Sylvie, we're talking about the PAC concealers. Talking about the fact that we probably shouldn't buy them since maybe we already have a bunch of Hourglass and Dior concealers that we have to get through. But I've been using all of them nonstop, so I'm not really worried about the concealers going to waste whatsoever. I will use those suckers. Use them. Absolutely. Oh, try another. Ooh. I'm trying to get this code because I don't want to get the code from my phone, because if I leave the window, what's going to happen? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, next up, the Natasha Denona Love Palette. I've been using it, friends. I love it. I know people were like, the mattes. I agree that the mattes are not her best. Upsetting to know that customer service or whoever is manning her Instagram is being a little schnubby. They're being schnubby with the people who are saying, this batch is inconsistent. And they're like, well, it's limited, so that can't be possible. Well, in fact, it is. In fact, it is possible that you can get inconsistencies even with a limited edition release. And I could attest to that because I had plenty of people tell me that their friend's matte is this, their friend's mattes are that. So what does that say? How come my mattes don't look like Natasha's mattes on her IG? I'm going to walk into that store with that palette and demonstrate, okay? So, I do think, unfortunately, it's really a shame because I love the colors in that palette, but it wasn't the greatest release. Right? Clutch my pearl, snobby customer service. I know. Surprise, surprise. You know what I mean? Like, just because something is limited doesn't mean that it cannot be subject or susceptible to batch inconsistencies. I could probably exchange it. We'll see. I also don't want to make them go through a lot of palettes to see which one. Susan, you are so kind. Thank you for the super chat. My favorite truck driver. Braving those roads is not an easy task. It's not an easy task. Thank you so much. And that is true. We'll see. We'll see what they say at the store. I'm going to approach this as kindly as possible. Okay? I'm going to say, hey, Natasha Denona crew, I'm a fan. I have all your palettes. I have all your palettes. Her palettes, your palettes, okay? What I experienced in love, that sounds so funny, is not what I experienced necessarily in my other palettes. Can you please advise? And I feel they should be concerned, because if they want to be known for releasing the best, then we're trying to look out. We are trying to look out. We're not saying it's inconsistent to be a-holes. We're saying it so that they know something is not right. That's all we're trying to do. But I again realize that sometimes online things could get out of proportion, things can be taken out of context, right? If someone reads something and they're in a bad mood, they might read it in a negative light when it wasn't that negative to begin with, and they shoot back with like, well, you know. We're not, no. We're gonna approach this in a civil way. So I just want to show them, be like, hey friends, you know that this is not her usual matte formula. You know, okay? You know. Don't let me swatch your Lila tester and swatch the Love tester, okay? Because you will see the difference. You will see. Even the gold palette I feel is better with the mattes. Absolutely. I don't use it as often. Lila is my OG. Lila is the best for me. Debatable. Debatable. The color story, the consistency of the texture, just the nuances of that palette. That for me is definitely what Natasha Denona is for me. When I think Natasha Denona, I think Lila. And I feel that's a palette people should experience first from her. So not only, I know Biba is amazing. Biba is amazing because it's neutral, right? And you can use, it sounds so personal. Yes, it's a public chat, but we're chatting with friends. So welcome. That you can use and still get an amazing experience with her textures and formula, but also get a little bit of that, like her color genius. You know what I mean? And I feel that exists in Lila. Susan, I think, let me know what you think about Love when you crack into it when getting home. Yeah? So I really love it. I love the Love palette. I've been using it with Lila. I like the colors in there. I make it work. I'm definitely not, maybe they'll see how different it is. Maybe they'll exchange it. I don't really know. I'm not expecting that. So if they decide not to, I'm not going to be upset about it. So that's that. Thank you, Regina. You too. Up next, Repher. Repher has finally created a partner program. I'm so happy to hear that. They are creating a partner program where now I have a code to share and I do get commission off that code. So we have spoken about the differences between Repher and Sonia and Wayne Goss. So despite the new partner program, Sonia G is my favorite. But I support Repher because I love what they're doing in the industry. I think it's a great way for those who, because here's the thing, friends, they have the set of the best brushes they curated from the community's feedback. Like these are the sizes, these are the brushes that they feel from everyone's input is going to give you the most comprehensive experience for makeup, complexion to eye, right? And I think that's great for someone who wants to dive into Japanese brushes, but they don't really know they don't know where to start. They don't know which size to get, what design to get. And I will put all those details down below. So the complete set, which the link will lead to, I believe has the 14 brushes. Is it 12 or 14? But the bronzer brush is back in stock. So you get that brush for free if you get the complete set. That will ship right away. But the complete set, because they are made to order, will take like 12 weeks. So it is a long time. I understand. But these are handmade. And using my code Kinky Sweat will take it down from $440 to $299. It's an investment. I'm not saying you got to spend your money on brushes. But people have been asking about it. So there you go. Again, I will put all the details down below. So a huge thank you to Repher. This chat is not sponsored, but I do wanted to share that update with you guys. In terms of Sonia Sky Set, she said maybe we'll be stocking this month. We don't know. It all depends on what's happening in Kumano, Japan. They're making a lot of brushes for everyone. Not only Sonia, but now Repher, now Wayne, now Chikuhodo, now Hakuhodo. Some people collect Pokemon, some people collect brushes. Sylvia, you couldn't have been more right. And here we are. $442, $299. So not $99, $299. How do I feel about Tati Sponge? I don't really want to get into it, friends, because I don't want to be in that. I don't want to be attacked by her squad. But what I will say is this. I don't need it, and I could have done without it. So, I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't use puffs to begin with. It looked intriguing, but I just use the brushes that I have. I didn't try it with powder. I tried it with cream products because that was the reason why I wanted to try it, because I've never seen a puff be used with creams. That was right? I only saw puffs used with powder, especially when you work the powder into the puff and you press it onto your skin. I just use my fingers. Anyway, moving on. Moving on with that. Fitness questions. Hold on. I'm still waiting for this code. Anyway, I don't want to leave the screen because I don't want this chat. So here's the thing, friends. I'm trying to sign in, but I forget that Google, with the two-step verification, they send you a code, but the code is on my phone. Anyway, but I do remember some of your questions, okay? The one that stood out was best stretches for beginners. Well, I would say it's very hard to say what the best is for the general public, since everyone is so individual in terms of injury, history, body types, any conditions that you have. What I will say is this. I find that people often approach stretching in a passive way, in that they just try to hold something for 30 seconds. Stretching doesn't have to be just passive holding. You can do hip circles, you could do circular motions, anything that encourages space. Mobilization, blood circulation, increasing your body temperature will be very helpful for beginners. Because beginners, I think the challenging thing for those who are just starting to stretch consistently is to do it consistently and to integrate it into your routine so you can do it long term sustainably, right? Because if you're not used to inputting something physical on a daily basis into your life, then that's the first step. How can I integrate this into my life that I can do this long term? It's not going to stress me out. If you don't stretch at all, then do some hip circles for 5 minutes. Start there. Do a reach over. Ooh. Ooh. Do some knee pulls, knee to the chest. Something very gentle. Something that feels nice. Arm circles. Up and down. That's a stretch. You know how many people can't reach their arms overhead and keep their elbows bent? You gotta reach, reach, reach. So that's what I recommend. The Pilates Reformer is great. It is so versatile in terms of the strengthening and balance and stretching you can achieve on that machine. Core exercise. Breathing is engaging your core. Tanya, thank you so much. Ooh, reach overs. Ooh, listen, there's so many great things about reach overs. Core exercises, core is anything. Core is I find people, when they say I have a weak core, is not so much, yes, it could be weak, but it's forgetting that it's there, right? You shouldn't just engage your core while you're exercising. You should be engaging your core while you're walking, while you're sitting, while you're about to get something on the floor, when reaching something over top. Like, that is the whole trunk that dictates where you go, okay? And if you feel like you have a weak core, lie down. I'm serious. Lie down. Susan! You are too much. Thank you so much. Susan is bae, friends. Susan is bae. We're giving you a group hug, Susan. Thank you so much. For weak core, lie down, just your feet down in front of your hip. Put your hands on your belly, okay? Take a deep breath in through your nose. And when you exhale, think about your whole torso wrapping in. Just all the muscles in your trunk come in. Just and do that 5 to 10 times. Connect with your breath. Connect with your breath. Brandy! Yes, 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 yes. Look at that. Look. Thank you so much. Connect with your breath, because when you connect with your breath, you create that muscle memory that will then translate into more challenging exercises, right? Because that's what we're looking to do. We want to engage our core in a way that is organic. We don't just want to suck in our tummies. We want to know that it's there when we need it to come forth and support. Connect with your breath. And so that's just the first exercise. If you could do that successfully 5 to 10 times, and again, friends, that's a suggestion for those who feels that their core is really weak and they have to start from the bottom and they can start to build themselves up. Daisy, rolling, I don't believe doesn't get rid of cellulite, but strength training does. Mom, I'm in a chat. My doctor told me to get more flexibility in my hips. Yeah. Flexibility in the hips. Where can I begin with that? Well, I also will couple this with another question that was asked on the community post. Beginning contortion tips. I'll also tie in tight hips. Hi. Say hi to Mom, everyone. Say hi to everyone. The only reason why I didn't want her to come in because she would have been so pissed if she came on camera and she was like, but you didn't save my hair. So I was just like, I'm in a chat. I'm in a chat, Mom. Anyway, tight hips, hip circles, hip flexor stretches. This is a great time for me to also mention that I have a couple of flexibility videos on my YouTube. However, I am on SUPERCHATS. It is an app that, yes, that you can get a free month trial with. It's like Netflix, even though with the free month trial, they will ask you for your credit card information, because at the end of the free month, you can decide if you want to subscribe or not. And I am there Monday through Friday for 8 a.m. live sessions like this, except I'm doing stretch exercises and bar-inspired exercises for the 30 minutes. And if you can't catch me on the live, then you can certainly catch me on the replay. Thank you so much. Mari Queen! You are the best. Thank you so much. Woo, woo, woo! And so I wanted to share that, because if you really want to follow along and see in action all the things I'm talking about here and you can't visualize it, then I will put down the SUPERCHATS link down below. Check it out for free. I'm going to be there Monday 8 a.m. If you can make it 8 a.m., then you can catch it on the replay. How do I have time? You know, I make it because I love what I do. Love what I do. What's happening, Amy? Can someone share? I'm so sorry I missed Amy's. It sounds like very sad news, and I want to acknowledge that I'm not ignoring her. No, you do not need a bar or chair to work out on SUPERCHATS. Oh, Amy, I'm so sorry. Amy, we're all sending you much hugs and kisses, okay? Thank you, Travel Glam Life. You are so kind. We're here for you, girlfriend. Just envision us all coming around you with a hug. Okay? We're all giving you a warm internet digital hug. Everyone, take a deep breath. Exhale, squeeze Amy. And what, you know, if you ever have, Amy, I'm not sure if you have my email or my Instagram, but feel free to reach out whenever you need to, okay? Okay. Send Amy some hugs, fam. Send her some hugs. All the hearts, all the hugs. Okay? Okay. Now, thank you everyone for the questions about the SUPERCHATS app. We have 20 minutes left, and I want to make sure that I don't forget the questions that I had said that I would answer for the fitness portion of class. I can review the P8 powder brush. That is coming soon. Now, in regards to tight hips, I believe I have a hip. I think I have something scheduled for hips next week on SUPERCHATS. Hips are they're tough, friends. You know why? Because everyone's hip sockets are different. Everyone's hip sockets are different. So that means everyone's approach has to be different. But what I can say for sure is that anything circular, anything gentle is definitely good prep for going in for hip stretches, right? The hip flexor stretch, the 90-90, lying down on your back, pulling your knee in towards your chest. Butterfly, soles of the feet together, knees wide. Something that's going to mobilize the joints will really help. And I also remember a question, is cardio better than strength training? The short answer is no. The long answer is this. Cardio training is great for your heart and lungs because they do need to be trained in how efficiently they could pump blood through the body and push oxygen into the body, right? Efficiently, like one pump is gonna whoosh, okay, fast. Now, strength training can have cardiovascular benefits as well, but strength training, what that's going to do is going to increase and improve your bone health, and also it's going to ensure that you burn more at rest. The more muscle you have, the more you burn at rest. And also, and that I know that's an aesthetic benefit, but your body needs to support. If you are in a situation where you have to lift up bags or you have to push something here and push something there, you want to be able to do it without injuring yourself. So the term functional training, I feel, gets misused and is misunderstood like a lot. When people deadlift, we're picking up a barbell from the floor when they're powerlifting. Deadlift is basically learning how to pick something up off the floor without hurting your back. Okay, using your posterior chain. And I feel people then, they're so into functional training when they're in the gym, but they forget what they do in real life and they just go over with round backs so they don't stand up straight. And listen, I don't care if you have a six pack, but if you cannot stand up straight and don't have good posture, then that's a waste. Okay? It is a waste. A waste. So that's what I would say. Strength training, definitely. I don't do cardio. My cardio is basically me walking around to and fro all over Manhattan, teaching classes, visiting clients, doing what I need to do. So I don't feel the need to walk on a treadmill. I mean, people do it because if they want to just chill out and ease their mind, if they just like it, if they just like working up that sweat, if they like to do 10 minutes on the bicycle, 10 minutes on the elliptical, and 10 minutes on the treadmill, then that's what you do. Here we go. Jen, Sophia, women typically won't bulk up without supplements and very specific food regimens. You can lift and look fit without, it's true. You know how hard it is for women to build muscle? Not even just women, in general, it is very hard to build muscle. And usually what happens is that, and I'm not saying this person is fat, but usually what happens is when you start to build muscle, you have a layer of fat over the muscle. Women tend to feel that they bulk up because that layer of fat has not been shredded or gone. But it's very hard for women to bulk up. Listen, I hip thrust, or I can deadlift, and it's not super heavy, 135. This booty ain't going anywhere. Hey Lisa, thank you so much for the super chat. Woo, woo, woo. And again, like in terms of your nutrition, your macros, like you have to be on a specific and strict, precise regimen to look like those bodybuilders, okay? This is like their life. Their life. Every breath they take, every second of the day is dedicated to that. I don't know, man. Kettlebell swings definitely, but it's not going to get that. It might get up. I wanted to get it up. It actually, thank you, Mary, for that. It does. That's exactly that. And I also wanted to share, someone also asked what I eat during the day. I am a proponent of intermittent fasting. Fasting is not starving. So if you want to read up more on it, I recommend the guide to ultimate fasting. I will make sure to put all these book links down below. Okay. I skip dinner. I don't eat dinner. It's not something because of me afraid of gaining weight. Is practical. Sometimes I just don't want to. I just want to go home, friends. After I'm done with my day, I don't want to have to go out of my way to buy dinner just to eat dinner. It's just not. And you save money. Some people skip breakfast. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing with nutrition. I'm not a nutrition specialist. All things that I'm suggesting, this is not medical advice. I always have to put that disclaimer out there. By Dr. Robert Lustig, Fat Chance. This talks about how sugar is poison. Thank you, Siobhan. Sugar is not calories. I'm going to say this right now, friends. When Coca-Cola sent out that campaign about, you know, you have to burn what you eat, is not necessarily true, because you know why? There are a lot of normal-sized people who are suffering from type 2 diabetes who are not overweight size-wise. Okay? That is a problem. That is a problem. Normal-sized people, whatever that size is, are now diabetic. It's because of the sugar in everything, in drinks, in sauces, in processed foods, is in everything. People who are overweight, who are doing the work, who are eating as well as they can, are still overweight. It's because of the food. And Coca-Cola was like, you know, Coca-Cola's all 100 calories. You just have to burn them. No, no, no. No, no, no. Your metabolic response to soda is going to be a lot different than greens. Okay? For a food or whatever that says there's only this number of calories, but then it has the high fructose corn syrup and it has the maple syrup and it has all these things in it, despite it only being 60 calories, that goes straight to your liver. You know what your liver does? It turns it into fat and it stores it. And people keep eating all day and they don't give their body the chance to burn the energy that has been stored. That is the truth. So when people are like, what diet should I do? Keto, vegan. First of all, Do what makes you feel the healthiest, okay? Make sure you're eating well enough that you're getting all your nutrients. And thank you, Lisa, so much for the super chat. You got it. It's hard, friends. Listen, I love my pastries, okay? I love me an almond chocolate croissant, okay? But I know it's not good. It's not good. And this is not just about, oh, I don't want to get fat. It's about your organs. It's about their functionality and how you want to maintain longevity, okay? So, and they say, you know, sugar it's addicting. It's addicting. And the reason people now have insulin resistance, like their hormones are like in just craziness, like their hunger hormone does not work anymore. It does not tell them to stop eating. And it's because of just the food industry is nuts. Ooh, croissant with some butter, a toasted croissant. We know, Heidi and I know that croissants are already made with butter. That's why they're so deliciously flaky. But when it's warm and you put more butter on it, ah, so good. So good. French fries are great too. Unfortunately, because of that they're fried, but those are my culprit too. Ooh. Ooh. That'll be great. I need to find a dietitian that I respect and could come over and chat it up. Everything does taste better with butter. If you're going to choose something, choose the butter. Choose the grass-fed butter. Of course, if you are not vegan, because all the other fake stuff has so many things in it that just is like, because when you think about it, all the fat-free stuff that people were like, dietary fat makes you fat, no. All the low-fat foods have extra sugar in them to make up for the fact that they taste like cardboard without the fat. Those SnackWells, ugh. Yes. Don't forget, lots of smoothies and juices are chock full of sugar. You know why, friends? The difference between a fruit and a pulverized fruit, the fiber content that stays intact when you eat a fruit as is, slows down the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream. When you cut it up in a smoothie, in a juice, it just goes straight to your liver. There's no fiber present to slow down that process. So when people are drinking them big vats of smoothies, because when you think about it, orange juice, for instance, you know how many oranges you need to make orange juice? A lot of oranges. Are you going to eat that many oranges in one sitting? No. That just tells you. Ooh, acai bowls are great. They're tasty, but they're bad. I don't want to use the word bad. They should be enjoyed in moderation. In moderation. Joel Furman, I will have to look into it. Thank you, Lit Artistry, for that recommendation. Exactly. Keto people are telling me fruit is bad. Fruit is bad if it's in a smoothie or it's in a juice. But fruit as it is, like an apple, blueberries have amazing fiber. Sure, if you're just eating fruit on the daily, not anything else. But eat the fruit. Just don't skip on the smoothies. Skip on them. Jill, thank you. Jill called me diplomatic. I'm just trying not to hurt any feelings, Jill. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure everyone in this chat, even if they disagree with me, they don't feel bad being here. I want you know what I mean? Exactly. I'm suspicious of anything that tells you to cut out fruits or vegetables. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I'm eating my Japanese sweet potatoes, okay? Sit. Veggies are great too. And also, I like to cook my veggies. I'm not into raw veggies because they just tear up my stomach. I gotta make sure. Leafy greens are okay, but broccoli, I need to cook it. Cauliflower, I need to cook it. Berries, I need to cook it. Beets are a good one as well. It's all about the fiber, friends. We gotta get that fiber in our diets. We gotta get, Japanese sweet potatoes. You guys, they are chock full of minerals and vitamins, and they are so good. So good. I like my veggies mushy. Roasted beets are delicious. So, and listen, I don't want this portion of the chat to make you feel bad about our vices. Listen, we are human in the end, okay? If we're at the wedding or at the birthday party and there's cake, eat the cake. Just don't eat like the whole thing, because this is why we don't want to get sick. We don't want Glitchy Glam. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. Ooh, New Zealand sweet potatoes. Are you gonna send me some? Are we gonna cook those? Exactly. And I've cut out sugar in a way that there are just some things I can't eat anymore, friends. I mean, it is so sweet that it's just like too much. Cake, I can't do the icing. I just take off the icing because the cake portion is sweet enough for me. There's no way. Plantains, I had yuca tonight. Yuca with my avocado and my Japanese sweet potato and plátanos with olive oil, salt, and pepper. Delicious. And my salad. Homemade balsamic vinaigrette. Pastries and Japanese sweet potatoes. And listen, if I feel like I had a lot of sugar one day, I just will probably intermittently fast for a longer portion of time. Again, just to give my body a chance to use that stored energy. The way to get to the fat in terms of using the body using it as an energy source is by fasting. And again, I would recommend that if you are interested in it, I'm not pushing, disclaimer, I'm not pushing intermittent fasting on this video. This is just something that I personally do and I have found success with in controlling your nutrition and just spending less money, not worrying about eating all day if you just can't eat all day. The complete guide to fasting. That's it. That's all I'm doing. I'm going to put the link down below. If you want to grab the book, you grab the book. If you don't want to grab the book, you don't grab the book. That's it. That's all we need to do. Okay? Okay. I also wanted to quickly address beginner contortion. I would recommend that you find a coach or you find a circus school. Not circus school. Places that offer circus inspired classes, because contortion, I feel, is best done in a class or workshop or coach setting. People say they learn things from online, but when in terms of back bends and technique, it's best to go to a class. Rum cake. Wow. Ethan and Mommy T, thank you so much for the super chat. My opinion on dairy, I'm not too worried about it. I don't go overboard with it, but for me, if I had to cut out a vice, it will be sugar over dairy, because the data shows that sugar in the amount that it's been introduced into our diet generally has just been detrimental. How long do I fast? Well, the longest I've gone, let me see here, maybe 18 hours. MR, thank you so much. How are you? Thank you again. You are the best. Whoop, whoop, whoop. From Munich. And listen, friends, if you ever think about starting intermittent fasting, make sure that you go in easy. Like, don't just not eat for a day. okay? If you have dinner by 7 p.m., then you'll have breakfast next day 7 a.m. Start there. It's really eliminating the snacks in between your major meals. That's the key. I would start with that. If you tend to snack between your 3 major meals, oh, I'm so happy. Thank you so much. I'm happy you're well. If you tend to snack between meals, try cutting down on that. Intermittent fasting has helped stabilize my blood sugar. There you go. It's just a nice tool. It's not a diet. It is a lifestyle. It's an eating pattern that is a lifestyle change. So this is long term. This is not something that you do short term. You could vary the intensity of your intermittent fasting portions, but I'm going to keep doing it just because it helps me answer questions like, should I get some popcorn at 9 p.m.? No. You got to wait till tomorrow. Dr. Berg. I also listen to Dr. Jason Fung, Dr. Robert Lustig, as I mentioned. Yes, it is, Laura. Salt is your friend. You could pour some salt in your water as well to help you. Bone broth has been said. Even vegetable broth can help you. I tried intermittent fasting, but it did not work for me. Did you find that you were still hungry? Were you dehydrated? Most cultures have history of, yeah, I mean, it's in our word breakfast, right? It's intrinsic. You break your fast because it's understood that there's a good portion of your day that you don't eat. Thank you, Mary. Yes, with the barbells. Thank you so much, Mary, for the super chat. Allie, I just want to taste and smell the popcorn. Sometimes I'll pop some and give it to the cat you know what? I know that's a food thing, but sometimes I just add things to my cart just to feel good, but then I just close it. So I totally get what you're saying. Right, so some religions do it because, again, there's something intrinsic about fasting that is healthy, that you just give your body a chance to reset, to not give it food, because every time you eat, your insulin levels go up, and that's the hormone that signals the body to store food for energy. Right. Exactly, Mary. Drink water. Hydration is even more vital while you're fasting. Because if you're thirsty, is to be dehydrated in a fasted state. I mean, some people do dry fast too, so it all depends. Absolutely. Corey, listen, boredom can be mistaken for hunger too. And intermittent fasting has made me realize when I have those moments, well, do you really need a snack, Alicia? Are you just eating because you just want to eat? Which is fine. We have those days. But I've not been doing that because I don't need to. I don't need to. Right? Exactly. You know what I'm saying, Mary? I totally do the online cart thing. I have stuff in my cart. So satisfying to just exit out the website, right? It's just very cathartic. I want this, 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 but you know what? I don't need it. Goodbye. Sit. Sit. Does accidental intermittent fasting count when you're just busy to eat during the day? Listen, it happens, okay? It is okay. We do our best. We do our best. I find that it's hard to intermittent fast when you're home. Absolutely, because when you're surrounded by snacks, it's tough. Ooh! I just purchased my whole cart. Oh well, what are you gonna do? It happens. Friends, we are past the hour mark. I think we did okay today. I think we did okay today. Because we talked about what's going on beauty, kind of. I know we didn't touch on everything, but I try to condense it, and I hopefully answered some of the questions that were asked on the community board, but those that I did not get to, I'll make sure to address in the next chat. This will be on the replay. We'll be back here 7 p.m. Friends, thank you so much. Friends, let me know if the weekly chats are good, or do you want to do 2 chats a week? Whatever works out, because I know we're on different timelines, on different time zones, on the globe, but I think Friday nights have been working out very well. So thank you, friends, for joining in on this chat. I really appreciate your input and just how everyone is very just, I think we have a good squad going on, friends. So I really appreciate your kindness and towards each other. And Amy, we're again so sorry for your loss. We're all with you. Always know that if you have to reach out, please do at any time. And until then, friends, if you have any other comments to share, you can drop them down on the video comment when I put it on the main channel. And I will see you soon.